So Ricoh just announced a few hours ago the Ricoh GR4 is about to come out this fall, and this is very exciting news. I was supposed to do today a video about bird photography, which is why I'm here with all of my gear, and I will do this video later, but for now I just want to talk about the main changes and the main differences between the Ricoh GR3 and the GR4 that I understood according to what they published. And I'm just going to refer to the main differences, I'm not going to go to any little specs. And the funny thing is that 2 weeks ago, I think maybe 12 days ago, I made a video about the rumors that I heard about the Ricoh GR4, and I was so off of anything that I thought that will be announced. I'm not sorry at all. I think what they provide right now with the Ricoh GR4, it's just classic, keep the Ricoh vibe. I'm happy that they did it. The one thing I'm sorry that they didn't do is bring back the flash, but I understand it. The Ricoh GR3 was very successful. The Ricoh GR4 is very, very similar to the Ricoh GR3 in my opinion. And let me jump right into the main changes. So the basic thing is that the focal length that we're going to get is going to be 28mm focal length, as well as the Ricoh GR3. This is, by the way, the Ricoh GR3X. This is what I have. I used to have the Ricoh GR3, but I sold it, and I will buy the GR4 as soon as it will be available here. So the sensor, it will be also an APS-C sensor. The old one has 24.24 megapixel, and the new one will have 25.74. I don't know why the 0.70 something matter. Of course, they will think that it will matter, but it's a bit sharper. Okay, it's a bit more dynamic range. It's always nice to have improvement in that area. The lens, as well as the Ricoh GR3, will have a 28mm focal length, and it's a new lens. It will be a little bit more sharp, and the overall contrast will improve. Just a new lens that they built. Again, I'm just going through the main changes. I'm not going to every little detail on what I think is the really difference between the Ricoh GR3 and 4. And by the way, they announced that they will stop producing the Ricoh GR3, obviously because they produced this new camera, and it's really hard to sell to see right now on stores. It's really out of stock for a long time now, and now we understand why, because the GR4 is about to come out. And as I said, I'm just going through the main things that I think will be the huge differences. For example, I see the ISO range is a bit larger. I don't think anyone is really shooting with a 204,800 ISO. That will be, I want to see that photo. I never tried this with the Ricoh or any other gear. If it's good for you, that's great. And stabilization, I see that they will have 5 stops of stabilization instead of 3. That's a big thing when we go on to street photography and we want to be really quick and take photos as we go. And I think it's just perfect for movement type of photography on the street. Always something great to have. The battery will be a little bit better. A big thing here, which will be available also for the Ricoh GR2, 3, 3X and the Ricoh GR4, is the new Ricoh app, the GR World app. I think right now the sync app that they have is not so good. It's a bit better from I think 2 years ago that I used it, but it still don't came close to Canon, Leica, any other app that I use. Is really the worst right now, so I hope the new app will be a great improvement. I love this change. I love that they developed and took time, energy, money to invest in that. I know it's it's very expensive to do so. And they're also saying that in the beginning of next year, in the beginning of 2026, in the winter, they will come with a new HDF version of the Ricoh GR4. It will be like with the simulation filters that you will get a different color results. It's nice to have extra options. I'm sure they will announce in like a few years in the future another X version of the Ricoh GR4. I think it's just something that people want, wider or closer focal length. And the price that I heard, not on their official website, but from things going on the internet, is going to be a bit higher than the Ricoh GR3X. Obviously, they invested a lot of money in it, the inflation, everything. It's going to be a little more expensive, but not as expensive as, let's say, the Fuji X106. And I think that's a good thing. It's very affordable comparing to the Leica. And if you're thinking right now, if you have in stock somewhere the Ricoh GR3 and you wonder if you should wait or not, I personally will want to wait, because those little tiny changes that was inside the camera is what will make a huge difference in your street photography. I just think it will be a little bit more better, but this little difference will be very noticeable. And I know that when they released the Ricoh GR3X, I personally really experienced the difference in every single detail, and the quality, the image quality, the overall use of the camera. I really enjoy it more than the Ricoh GR3, not just the focal length. And the ergonomic of the Ricoh will stay basically the same. They added a little bit of changes, as I saw a dial for exposure compensation on the back, which is similar to the Ricoh GR2. And they changed a lot of little things in the ergonomics of the button. The screen will not be flip out as I thought, and I'm glad that it will stay this way, because I think it's saving the compact size of the Ricoh, the classic compact. I think any camera that they announced which stays in the same size will be great, and people would buy it. That's what I think. And I know they changed the Wi-Fi button on the side. It doesn't really matter to me, because I will customize it for my different use. They added a mode which here is more suitable for snap photography, snapshots, and I think I just made a video about it. It's something that really makes the difference between the Ricoh and any other compact camera. That's great that they are developed that. I don't know if they refer to the dust issue. Actually, I didn't thought about it just until now. I believe that people will complain about it, and they will maybe add a better, cleaner sensor to the camera. I don't know. Battery life, as I said, will be a little bit more better. I wonder if the battery will fit for my Ricoh GR3X. I'm not sure about that. But I think a big change is that we're going to be seeing an internal storage of, I think, 52 gigabytes. Here we have, I think, 2 gigabytes or something like that. That's a huge difference, at least for me, because when I'm going to street photography, and if I don't have my memory card, I will shoot JPEG, and I know this will be more than enough for my day outside. That's great news for photographers. I wish more cameras has this feature. If I forgot something you think it's important or was wrong about something, let me know please in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm going to do my birds photography video now. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.